Hello, everyone. What's up? Welcome back to our daily podcast talk show. This is Teacher Stephen and Julia. Well, for the topic today, let's talk about how to speak English confidently. Julia, when people talk about learning English, most of the focus is on grammar and vocabulary. But honestly, confidence might be the real game changer. Without it, even the best grammar can freeze up in a conversation.
Yes, Stephen. It's funny you say that. I've seen students with impressive vocabularies just clam up when it comes to speaking. Sometimes, it's not what you know, but how willing you are to put yourself out there, mistakes and all.
Exactly. I think we've both experienced that awkward moment when your mind goes blank, not because you don't know the words, but because you're worried about sounding silly.
What's wild is, most people actually respect someone who tries, even if they mess up a little. I remember chatting with a tourist who mixed up bored and boring, and we just laughed about it together.
Yeah, those little mistakes usually make conversations more memorable, not embarrassing. That actually leads me to wonder what practical steps can help someone feel bolder when they speak?
One thing I swear by is practicing out loud even if you're just talking to yourself in the mirror. It sounds a bit silly, but hearing your own voice in English helps you get used to forming sentences on the fly.
Totally. I used to narrate my morning routine in English just to get my brain used to thinking that way. Plus, you can try recording yourself and playing it back. It's a bit cringe at first, but you notice patterns and what you want to tweak.
That's a great tip. And honestly, joining small language groups or conversation clubs is also huge. It's less intimidating than a classroom, and everyone's rooting for you because they've all been in the same spot.
Absolutely. Finding a buddy to practice with takes a lot of pressure off. Oh, and using apps where you can chat with native speakers is another low-stress way to get real-world practice.
I agree, and what surprised me most is how much confidence grows when you celebrate tiny wins like managing to order coffee or tell a joke in English. Those moments pile up and suddenly, you just feel braver.
Speaking of tiny wins, fear of making mistakes is probably the biggest roadblock. Sometimes people avoid speaking altogether because they're scared of messing up in front of others.
Oh, I get that. But honestly, nobody started fluent. Every confident English speaker has a story about a hilarious mix-up or a sentence that made zero sense. It's all part of the journey.
What helped me was realizing that people are usually patient and even amused by language mistakes. I once tried to say, "I'm full" at dinner and instead told everyone I was pregnant. It broke the ice, actually.
That's hilarious, and I love that attitude. If you can laugh at yourself, it takes so much pressure off. Plus, those bloopers often become the best stories to share later on.
So true. Maybe the real trick to speaking English confidently is just accepting that you'll mess up. And that's not only okay, it's kind of essential. The more you try, the more comfortable it gets.